Intermittent fasting, or IF, is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. Rather than focusing on what you eat, it emphasizes when you eat. Common methods include the 16-8 method, which means 16 hours of fasting and an 8-hour eating window. The 5-2 diet, where you eat normally 5 days a week and reduce calorie intake on 2 days, and alternate day fasting. Benefits of intermittent fasting. Improved metabolic health. Intermittent fasting can lower blood insulin levels, making the body more efficient at using insulin and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Fasting also helps stabilize blood glucose, which is especially beneficial for people with prediabetes or metabolic syndrome. So, let's talk about weight loss and fat loss. By reducing the window of eating, intermittent fasting naturally reduces caloric intake without the need for strict dieting. Also, lower insulin levels during fasting promote fat breakdown and make it easier for your body to tap into fat stores. Now, moving on to cellular repair and longevity. During fasting, the body initiates autophagy, which is a process where cells remove damaged components. This process is actually linked to protection against diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's. And animal studies suggest that intermittent fasting can extend lifespan and reduce age-related diseases, though, honestly, more human research is still needed. Finally, let's look at improved heart health. Intermittent fasting may improve blood pressure, resting heart rate, triglycerides, LDL cholesterol, and inflammation markers. So, let's talk about brain health and cognitive function. Fasting can actually boost something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, which supports brain function and resilience. And, some studies even suggest that intermittent fasting may reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Next up is hormonal balance. Intermittent fasting can enhance your growth hormone levels, which really helps with fat loss and muscle gain. Plus, it helps regulate appetite hormones, such as leptin and ghrelin, making it easier to control hunger. Now, let's look at a few additional benefits and some cautions. One thing people notice is that intermittent fasting can lead to a simpler lifestyle, since you're spending less time planning, preparing, and eating meals. But of course, it's important to listen to your body and consult with a healthcare professional before making any big changes, especially if you have underlying health conditions. A simpler lifestyle. Having fewer meals can actually mean you spend less time cooking, eating, and even planning your day around food, which honestly, some people find pretty liberating. But, there are definitely some things to keep in mind. Intermittent fasting is not for everyone. For example, folks with eating disorders, pregnant or breastfeeding women, or anyone with certain medical conditions should avoid it. And just so you know, side effects, especially at the beginning, can include hunger, irritability, and, fatigue. Thanks so much for joining me today as we explored intermittent fasting and its impact on daily life. If you found this helpful, go ahead and subscribe for more content.